Okay, so this is the first attempt of a how-to video, if I can figure out how to. Let's see, 2005 TTR 125L. It's got some shifting issues. So what happens, it sticks, it does a bunch of weird stuff, it won't go back down. So apparently it was progressively getting worse. And now, yeah, it just gets like in third gear, can't go back down into first, so we're going to dig into it, see what's going on with it. Okay, so once you get to this point here, I pulled the brake lever off and kind of got it up out of the way. Pretty easy, just an Allen bolt. The Kickstarter was a bit more of a chore to come off, but it was I believe it was a 19 millimeter socket. Yeah, 19 millimeter. And all I need now is just to get all those 8 millimeter side case bolts off. We'll see how it goes. Okay, when you're pulling these side cover bolts off, there is two that are longer. So you can see all the shorties, the two longer ones. The longer one go right here and right here. So when you're putting it back together, you find that it's bottoming out or not grabbing. It's because it's longer. Alright. Don't forget, when you start doing this, in order for this case to come off, the two starter bolts also have to come off. So, yeah, that's where I made it. Notice that it wouldn't come loose. I need to pop those two out. So, I'm going to do that. But yeah, don't forget that. Okay, so after pulling the starter out, which just two bolts and you had to kind of pry it out of there, I just got it up out of the way, but found the problem so far, and I'm trying to figure out where it is. But you see that little piece right there? That is laying in the bottom of the case. So I got to figure out where that came from. I think it's from this that shifting fork mechanism right there. So I'm gonna dig into it. Looks like I might have to pull that clutch basket out, which is awesome. So I'll see where it goes. Okay, I did have to pull the whole shifter mechanism off, and all I do is just get that 10 millimeter, and there's this Allen bolt holding that on, and you can pull the whole assembly off together. So that's pretty easy. Yeah, when you get that off, it'll be a good chance to lube up the pivot points because they're pretty dry. So we'll see if I can get that thing out. Okay, so it didn't look like I had to pull the clutch out. So what I did is I took my rubber mallet and tapped on the shifter side, that shaft, as I pushed down on this, and it popped right past that. So if that's hopefully something you can do. But I'm going to see what's wrong with this thing. Okay, so yeah, that just slid right out. So pretty easy. It looks like everything kind of stayed intact here, and I can see the piece that's broken. It's that little tab right there, right between that spring. So that tab that's broken right there is what's holding. Oh, come on, focus. It's holding that spring. So that's why she won't shift. So now I got to figure out how much it costs to buy this whole assembly here. So that's the problem. So once I get it figured out, I guess I don't really need another video. I just need to order some parts, put a couple gaskets on, put it back together, and it should be the problem. So there you go. Well, take this opportunity once you're in here to pull this screen out, because this one's been in here since '05, and this is the only oil filter these bikes have. They don't have an oil filter anywhere. So if you get this side case off, you can see that just a few chunks are in there. But I'm going to put that through the solvent tank and then put that right back in there. But yeah, do that while you're there. It's a good idea.